Hi guys! Today's video is going to be about A-levels. Now, I did do a college experience video. If you've seen that, if you haven't seen it, I'll link it below. It goes into more detail of what happened to me at college, what I went through, things like that. I don't really want to get into detail about that now because I'm going to be talking about choosing your A-levels and what you should do about it. When you're 15, 16, you know, it's that time in your life where you're moving on to college from secondary school or high school or whatever you call it. Or perhaps you're going to sixth form, you're choosing your A-levels there. But I'm going to speak in college terms. So say you're moving on to college and you're thinking, oh, I don't know what I want to choose, I don't know what I want to do. This is the perfect video for you because I've been there, I've done it, and I would recommend to do it differently if I had to. So I'm going to give you like kind of 3 different options, and you'll probably fit into one of these 3 categories. You are either one of these: someone who knows exactly what they want to do in life or has a goal. Say for example you want to be a doctor, a vet, a lawyer, something like that, and you know what you want to do in life, so you will go down the route of choosing out your subjects in relation to what you want to do in the future, and that's you. The other person will pick subjects that they think are right for them, and I would advise them to do things a bit differently, but that's in a minute. And then third one is someone who has no idea, absolutely no idea what they want to do. So I'm going to talk about the people who think they know what they want to do at first. So if you are one of these people who think, I know exactly what I want to do, I want to be a teacher, I want to be a sports person, I want to do this, I want to do that, then good. You will probably pick out your subjects. Say for example you wanted to be a nurse, you'd probably choose something like biology, chemistry, health and social care, things like that that will link into your university course. Now I would advise for you, if you know what you want to do, to look up university courses before you do your college ones. Now I know that sounds stupid, but say for example you wanted to be a nurse or a doctor, you need to look at the criteria that they want you to have for that application. Some unis want you to have 3 A's, some of them want you to have 3 A stars, some of you want a B and 2 A's. It all depends, so you need to think about what grades you can get and what subjects they want you to have. Now that's really important when you're choosing your A-levels and you definitely know you want to do something else afterwards. You need to pick subjects that the unis want you to have to get into that course. So that's for you. The other people who are just going to college to get some A-levels and perhaps go on to do something else, I would, like, if you know what kind of subjects you want to do, then that's fine. But again, I would definitely kind of look at unis, see what kind of thing you want to do. Because I know there's some people who just pick random kind of courses that they want to do, A-levels that they want to do, and then they kind of work out a job out of that. Which is fair enough, that's fine, but I would definitely recommend to take a relaxed subject. Even if you are looking to do something like being a doctor, take a relaxed subject. Don't call it a relaxed subject when you're in your interview because that's just going to be awful. They don't like you calling them relaxed subjects, but take something that interests you, whether that be sport, drama, art, photography, something like that, something that is not going to be as demanding on your brain. Now I know people who have done those subjects at A-level that I've just mentioned, they will be like, you have to do loads of work. I know you have to do loads of work, there's loads of work in photography, but what I'm trying to say is that there is less demanding work in that than there is in something like biology, where you're in a lesson and your brain's like all the time. In photography you're like looking at something that's more interesting, so your brain's intrigued, whereas in biology you're like really learning stuff all the time. So there's 2 different kind of learnings, but one's slightly more relaxing on your brain, if that makes sense. So yeah, I would definitely take a relaxed subject, something that you enjoy, something that takes your interest, because then you won't hate going to college as much, because you'll either love college or you hate it, and if you love it then that's great. If you don't like it, then that relaxed subject will help you get through the next 2 years of your life. If you are one of these people who have absolutely no clue on earth what they want to do, then take subjects that you've loved at secondary school or high school and take them on to A-levels. If I had to go back and I didn't know what I wanted to do, I would have probably chosen art, geography, drama and English for A-levels. And I took English, psychology, health and social care and biology for A-level, and I hated it so much. but otherwise I would have changed it around and taken subjects I really liked at school. And if you take something you really enjoy, you'll most likely do well in it because you'll pay interest, you'll do your work because you enjoy it and it's something that you're interested in. Like me now, I love makeup and I'm obsessed with it, so I take a great interest in it and I can learn things like that. So you really need to find something that you're good at, something you're really passionate about, and then you'll succeed really well. So that's that. There is another kind of group of people, the ones that are like, I know I should go to do A-levels but I don't want to, I want to do something else. Now that's really difficult because I can only talk from my own point of view. I went and did A-levels and then I'm doing a diploma now for makeup. So I'm really happy I've got my A-levels, if that makes sense, because I've got them as a backup. You know, I'm not going to want to do something in the health sector, but if I wanted to in the future at some point, I can, because I've got those A-levels now. And that's important to have. If you want to do makeup straight off the bat, I think perhaps take the practical point of view of perhaps taking your A-levels first at the end of the day, because if you're going to be 18 by the time you finish, you can still go and do another college course like I'm doing, and you can work at it that way unless you're like dead set on it. Perhaps take subjects that are kind of similar to makeup or artsy kind of subjects like art, hairdress, or like fashion or something, textiles, things like that that kind of relate more to the artsy type of things I would recommend doing. Photography, that's a really good one to have. But you know, it's really difficult to kind of figure out what you want to do in life when you're that young, but my advice would be just not to try and worry about it too much. To try and think what you want to do for the next 2 years. Don't think about what you want to do for the rest of your life. No one knows what they're going to do for the rest of their life. My dad's had several different careers, so has my mum, and I expect a lot of your parents have had different career paths as well. Not many people have grown up, said I'm going to be a doctor, and then been a doctor for the rest of their life. You know, a few people have, but not everyone sticks to the same career. And it's okay to do that. Your life changes throughout your life. You know, you don't need to plan it ahead. It won't work out that way. You need to take opportunities as they come and work on your life as it is now. You need to think, what do I want to do now and what do I want to do in the future? That's two separate things. You need to think what I want to do for the next 2 years, and then after those 2 years you can think ahead to the next 2 years. You know, think like that, and try not to worry about it too much if your parents are like, pick a subject, do this, do that. Like, at the end of the day, they're your A-levels. You need to choose them, and you're the one who needs to be in control because it's your life, your 2 years, your subjects. Like, if your parents want you to take 3 sciences and a maths, and you want to be, I don't know, a photographer or a fashion designer, they ain't gonna get you in. You know, you're not gonna get into your course with those kind of things. So, you know, you need to pick things that are kind of relevant to you, something you enjoy, and to overall be happy, because if you're not happy, you're not going to succeed. So that's what I would recommend. But if you're like 15, you're still really young, and although I really didn't get on with college, it made me grow up a lot. And I really am happy with that, because if I think back now, when I was 15, I was completely different to what I am now. And I know I'm only 19 now, and people who are like in their 20s will be like, oh my god, you're so young, what are you worrying about? But I feel a lot more mature now in myself than what I did back then, and you do every single year, but those 2 years really taught me a lot. And if you want to see what I got up to those 2 years, you can definitely go and watch that other video, because I was a bit of a bad girl. But once you've found something you love to do, it's amazing, and I promise you, you'll find out something you want to do. Try not to worry about it, and yeah, good luck everyone. So I hope this video kind of helped you. If you've got any questions, leave them below, because I know I've probably missed out quite a few steps. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Remember to subscribe if you're new to my channel, and I will speak to you all very soon. Bye!